My name is Jonathan Freeman. I'm the Chief Operating Compliance Officer at Centura Wealth Advisory. We're a registered investment advisor based in San Diego that serves ultra-high net worth clients all across the United States. Our company was very much founded in a disciplined and structured planning process. That's kind of what we specialize in, and so it's also how we operate the company. When I came in, I tried to begin changing that a little bit in terms of instilling what's called the Entrepreneurial Operating System, or EOS. And so we were using ROCs as our quarterly planning process preceding the time when we basically were introduced to Profit. I also have over a decade of work experience at Intel Corporation, where OKRs were common speak and very much how we ran the business there. So both those two things influenced, one, how we operate our business, but also the value and benefits of using OKRs as a means to align and organize the team to focus on our key results and make sure everyone is clear and the conditions of satisfaction of what we're trying to accomplish are well understood by everybody. So when we found Profit, it was a great tool that really encapsulated everything we were looking to do. We're always trying to improve on how we run the business, and our quarterly ROCs were, again, pretty high level and sometimes limited to being able to see them all across the organization at different department levels or how they are intermixed. But that wasn't really why we first stumbled upon Profit, which is truly, I stumbled upon it. We were really looking more for an employee review and engagement model. That was something that we focused on because today in our business, our employees are our number one asset. And so trying to find a tool to help us better communicate, track, and manage people's development and growth within the organization was what we were looking for. We just happened to find that Profit had both of those areas as a solution that we could use. And so combining what we had been doing in terms of business planning with employee review and I'll call it career development was a great combination between the two, and something that we kind of jumped in full bore at the beginning of the year with the focus on OKRs and the intent of expanding that into employee development later this year. It's that combination of being able to manage different aspects of the business in one solution. I looked at a couple different employee performance review tools that were mostly focused on HR systems and HR integration, which is nice, but not really what was driving our need. And when we found the combination of OKR management and employee engagement or management, it was a great combination. So it was really the coupling of those two, but for us, it was trying to take our quarterly planning process and really enhancing and improving it over time, and Profit became a great tool for that. So we really, again, did a little bit of comparison on other tools, but found that there's not much else out there that provided the ease of use, the intuitive nature, and also the integration. So we use Salesforce, and being able to tie and not have to report information in two different systems constantly was another key selling point of Profit. Obviously, with any new tool, there's a certain amount of training and education that needs to go around. And the other thing that I guess is a nice kudos to Profit is that you're continually improving the system and making it better based on feedback. But for us, it was really about changing the syntax of how we talk. So we were talking in ROCs. We were talking about how do we drive specificity around those ROCs so that people knew exactly what the success looked like. But Profit took it to a whole new level because of the way you can track objectives or key results on various milestones or parameters in terms of increasing or decreasing KPIs. I mean, that's just like putting what we were doing on steroids and really driving higher levels of accountability or focus around those areas in the business. So that's really been part of the onboarding challenge, is getting people to understand how to use the tool effectively, do it, and not make it a burden, right? We want to run the business effectively, but not have people spending 10% of their day trying to just report on what they're doing. That was another key element too. We certainly leveraged the training services that Profit provides. We went through both our own internal training to help explain and get people prepared for the implementation, what it was, and how the terminology was different. I'd say just about everybody else, the term OKR was brand new. It was foreign. It was a brand new understanding, although once we explained it, people were able to translate it pretty easily. We're now 2 quarters into the utilization of Profit. And in that process, the first quarter was really just getting people like how to use the tool, making sure it wasn't overwhelming because it is new and there's a lot to it. Each quarter, we're trying to increase our sophistication on what we're doing. And this quarter, as we're coming up to our next planning cycle, is about weighting the key results so that our actual dashboards are more representative of actual progress, and making sure that what you see as red or green or some other shade of color is accurate is pretty critical. So if people don't put the information in, it's garbage in, garbage out. And that's why we're trying to focus on improving the utilization of how we do that every quarter. We've been working with various client success teammates that weren't there when we started. So that's like a new capability that really is, help transfer and communicate not only where we're running into issues, but also identifying best practices. But, all the way up and down the chain, whether it was technical aspects of how do we integrate it with Salesforce or how do we customize it, since there's so many ways to customize it, having that, resource, handled all the way through from the initial sales process all the way through kind of live and rollout. It's been really great to work with. So we've been very, very happy around that.